excellence. The more commoditized the world becomes, the more choices we have, the less common it becomes. And so the temptation is for you and me to cut corners, to sink down to the world's standards, rather than to operate in a spirit of excellence. Hi, I'm Bernie Diamond, and welcome again to Fresh. Every Saturday morning when I was a kid, I had to clean my bedroom. That meant dusting, vacuuming, tidying up, even inside my wardrobe and drawers. When I was done, my father would come to inspect the result. To be honest, I wanted to cut corners, to get it done quickly, go outside and play. But he wouldn't let me. If there was still some specks on the carpet, I had to vacuum it again. I hated that. What was the point? Now, all these years later, I totally get the point. He was teaching me about excellence. My father's long gone now, but I can still hear him saying, "Son, there are no shortcuts." Sadly these days, all too many people, and let me say here, all too many of God's people are taking shortcuts wherever they can. But then there was Daniel of Lion's Den fame. The King Darius thought it would be a good idea to choose 120 satraps to rule throughout his kingdom. He chose 3 men to rule over the satraps. Daniel was one of those 3 supervisors. The king put these men in this position to keep anyone from cheating him. Now, Daniel proved himself to be a better supervisor than any of the others. He did this by his good character and great ability. The grace of God isn't an excuse to cut corners. Being a Christian isn't an excuse for doing a lesser job. Excellence is an attribute of God, the God in whose image you and I are made. And remember, son, there are no shortcuts. That's God's word fresh for you today. God is still speaking the things that will help us become all that He made us to be. That's why it's so important to receive His word into our hearts. So let me encourage you to stop by at ChristianityWorks.com, head across to the Media Lounge, where you'll find literally thousands of messages on all sorts of different subjects, conveniently arranged so that you can find exactly the teaching that you need for today. Again, you'll find that Media Lounge at ChristianityWorks.com.